What's going on, everybody? Honda Pro Jason here at SEMA 2022 in Las Vegas, and let me tell you, it is epic. So many Hondas, so many Acuras, so many amazing builds I'm going to show you guys in this video. There's Ferraris with K-Series, there's EFs, there's some insane Acura Integras that are going to completely blow your mind, and we're going to start at the Honda booth with the Civic Si. You guys might remember this from a couple years ago. This is the HPD race car. A couple years ago, it was brand new. SI just came out. This car is totally clean. It did not have any of the bashes, any marks, all the stuff that you see in the car, because it has been track tested. It is ready to go. It is amazing. Check this thing out. And again, look at this. That is a track car. This thing has been used and abused, and I absolutely love it. Rock chips. It's kind of cool how they brought this here all dirty and gross. Now, there are a lot of other cars that aren't dirty and gross, and we're gonna go check those out right now. Sprint booster, this S2000 is sick. I mean, I'm literally standing on the spoiler, and this is how a spoiler should be attached. You should be able to put some weight on it and still be okay. Check this car out though. It is sick. Super, super, super wide body. The wheels, look at this, look at this, look at that. It is insane. And the way that trunk opens up, and then, I mean, this thing is literally as big as my arm is. God, this thing is sick. Oh, we didn't even, look at the inside, look at the inside. All carbon, you got 2 seats in this one. Looking good though, this whole dash is all carbon. Absolutely beautiful. God, so at the SEMA show, I could spend probably 20 minutes on each car, checking it out, looking at it, but there's so much to see, and we need to keep moving because there's about 18 to 20 Hondas and Acuras that you guys need to see. You guys are gonna flip out when I show you this EG hatch. Check this thing out. We're at the Hastings booth. This is a fully built B18 GSR turbocharged engine. He's putting out 1,000 horsepower of this thing. I just talked to the owner, and this is actually his wife's car originally when she bought it, and then somehow he convinced her to turn it into a track weapon. It was front wheel drive. It is not front wheel drive anymore. It is all wheel drive. And if you guys look underneath here, it's actually inspired by a Porsche system. So a lot of these parts are actually Porsche parts underneath here to make it all wheel drive. Like I said, it's 1,000 horsepower. This thing is an absolute terror, and it is so very epic. All the way down to little GSR plate. So very cool. Now, what you've all been waiting for, the Ridgeline with the Indy car engine. This thing is completely crazy. I don't even know where to start, but we'll start at the front. I mean, God. So come on, you got like get this car. Hoonigan took a Ridgeline and chopped the crap out of it, and then Honda gave them an Indy car engine, 2.2 liter, revs at 12,000 RPM, V6 twin turbo to put inside of this thing. Look at this. And I would show you what it looks like under the hood, but guess what? They didn't put it under the hood. Look here, I'll show you where they put it. Look at the inside first. Unbelievable. Again, Honda Ridgeline. Insane. And where do they put the engine? They put the engine, look at this. Look, come here. They put the engine in the middle. Look at this thing. And a quick little fun fact about the Indy car is the Indy car, the engine, the body is built around the engine. So just look at how the engine's mounted. It's actually mounted here to the actual wheels. This is the mount, the suspension mounts go to the wheels. Look at this thing. This is unbelievable. But that's how Indy cars are. That's just how they build. So what Hoonigan did is they had to talk to the Honda engineers about how to do this. The Honda engineers gave them a ton of help. So here, this is the spoiler, and that's the rear taillights and brake lights. Spoiler, rear taillights and brake lights. It's literally all one, all carbon, all integrated. It's almost like a floating thing here. It's completely insane. All carbon down here, and then the engine and trans actually gets mounted to this piece here, which is, again, blows my mind. You guys can watch the entire build on the Hoonigan's YouTube channel, but I mean, I don't even know what to say. This is, it's insane. It's super cool. I'm so happy that Honda actually gave them a Ridgeline to start with, and then Honda came back, HPD came back and said, hey, hop in an IndyCar engine, can you guys put it in something? They're like, yeah, we can probably put it in the Ridgeline, and this is what they came up with, and I don't even know. Like, just step back, take it all in. From here, all the way down to here. Like, nothing was left out. This car is absolutely insanely cool. And what color did they paint it? Well, they painted it Phoenix yellow, because that's the color it has to be. So Acura gave 3 builders Acura Integras to build. This is one of them. It's Sarah Choi's inspired car. It is super cool. I'm gonna show you guys all 3, but let's check out Sarah's car now. It's at the teen booth, and it's so smooth, it's so just subtle, but then you get to here, and this fat wide body kit, look at this thing, is insane. Carbon, I'm loving the color. The color is like, I don't know if you can see it in the pictures, but it's a very creamy, reflective. So that body kit comes all the way, come on this side, you can really see it. Come over here. You can really see how thick this body kit is. Comes all the way around, kind of has some FK8 look to it a little bit here, how wide it is. And then you come around to the back. My favorite part, this rear bumper setup and the spoiler setup is just simply awesome. I mean, epic. If you look down here, this is all molded in. Oh, they went to a one-piece exhaust, which I really like, just on one side. I like that a lot. I love the color she used, is absolutely phenomenal. I watched this thing come together, and I think Sarah did an awesome choice in the way she did it and how she did it. So that's her car. Now we're gonna have 2 more Integras we're gonna show you guys in just a little bit. Hey guys, it's Eric the Car Guy. What do you have in the bag for me?
I have this
Eric the Car Guy. I am a huge fan of Beaver Nuggets. I love Beaver Nuggets. He knows I love Beaver Nuggets.
He loves Beaver Nuggets.
So he brought me Beaver Nuggets to SEMA.
Beaver Nuggets.
Bro, Beaver Nuggets. This is not a sponsored ad by
Beaver Nuggets.
Beaver Nuggets. Now we're in the Pit and Paddock booth outside, and there's a couple cars I'm going to show you. One is the Integra that Honda gave out. This thing is insane. So this one here was built with turn 14 and stop tech brakes. It's built for Dai Yoshihara, the professional drift driver. Just take a walk around this car. The white on white wheels, I absolutely love that. I think that looks totally sick. I'm loving the mirrors, loving all the carbon. Inside, I mean, this car was completely disassembled. Inside, they really changed a lot of things inside. So they took out a lot of the dash components. Because it has race doors, they put all the door switches in the very center console. They have an Acuity shifter linkage in there. It's completely insane. There's a lot of Spoon Sports prototype parts on there. There's a prototype air filter, thermostat that opens up earlier. If you come around to the back, underneath this massive spoiler, they also have a Spoon Sports prototype exhaust system. It's gonna be a dual tip by Spoon Sports, and this exhaust will actually fit the Civic Si as well. Built by Evasive. If you guys wanna know any more about this build, Dai has a YouTube channel and an Instagram. You guys have to check it out. That's not the only Honda though. They also have this Integra Type R. Look at this thing. Absolutely beautiful. It's got like all the right stuff, right? It's got the Mugen wing, it's got the right wheels, it's clean. I mean, it is clean. Got the Mugen rear brace back there. And then as clean as the body is, the engine is just like pow. Look at this. Individual throttle bodies, absolutely gorgeous. Love it. It's got the June valve cover with the signature. And now I'm going to show you guys a Ferrari. Why would I show you a Ferrari? Well, if you guys follow my channels, you know that Mike from StanceWorks built this Ferrari, and what's cool about it? Come here. Come here. I'll show you what's cool about it. Not to mention the Ferrari itself is a pretty epic build. But what he did is he ripped out the engine of the Ferrari and replaced it with what? A K-Series. Yep, he replaced it with a K-Series, and this is completely insane. The work and the modification and the time and energy that went into this build is absolutely phenomenal. There is so much of this car that I honestly couldn't tell you even a third of it. So luckily, Mike from StanceWorks has actually documented the whole thing on his YouTube channel. So if you guys want to know more about this build, it is completely epic. Check out StanceWorks on YouTube, and you'll get all the info on this thing. It is honestly one of my favorite builds of the entire show. Coco Sorita is a professional BMX driver. He's also a huge car enthusiast, and Acura gave him this car to build, and it turned out awesome. I absolutely love it. Check this thing out. The flat mat really sets the car off. I love how they did that. I love the mirrors. The wheels, the black or the carbon, like dark gray on the gray looks great. Wheel lips are subtle, but I think they really work on the car well, and they're carbon, which looks good. Carbon side piece, more carbon back here. And of course, because he's a BMX rider, he needs to have a BMX bike on there, which is totally sick. I've never seen a car like this with a bike just mounted on the top. Loving the spoiler. It just looks very murdered out, and the black emblem really sets it off. I love it. The exhaust looks amazing. The blue tips are, it's so subtle, but also so crazy, which I really like. He did an awesome job building this one for sure. So what do you guys think so far? Do you guys have a favorite build here at SEMA 2022? If you do, pause the video, leave a comment below. If you want to keep watching, at the end of the video, I want to see which car you guys thought was the most epic Honda or Acura here at the show. 2001 Honda Prelude with a bunch of Mugen Aero accents built by Big Mike. You guys have to see this car. It is completely insane. One thing that's going to grab you immediately is this engine bay. It is just awesome. In fact, hang on a second. Speaking of Big Mike, Mike, how are you? The build is amazing. I don't need to tell you that, but I want you to tell me a couple things about this build that I don't know. Something that people at home would be like, holy crap, that's really awesome. Besides what they can visually see.
Well, there's a few things. My client is actually a good friend of mine. Started following me many years ago, and it's really him that allowed this to happen. So first of all, his name's Matt, real low-key dude.
Thank you, Matt.
Without him, then I won't have the ability to create in this context. Let's see, things that you wouldn't know. That is a carbon fiber vinyl 3D printed Big Mike edition valve cover.
I'm sorry, run that by me slower.
Carbon fiber vinyl 3D printed. So my buddy Cody at Casal Design and I basically took a few moments I took off an extra H22 cylinder head that I have. We scanned the cylinder head. I took an OEM valve cover, scanned the bottom side of that, changed model, change model, came up with my own design on the top and what you don't see on the bottom side, and then made it so it can fit, and you can see how it sits perfectly flush to the head. And I actually contoured these things with Cody so they fit the Downstar hardware specifically.
That is Downstar hardware, I thought it was.
And it is, and this valve cover is designed to utilize only his hardware. The other one is, that might very well be the only known titanium turbo manifold that we know of at all. 100% titanium turbo manifold, custom bottom mount. I call it the half titanium tarantula.
It belongs in a museum, honestly. It's a work of art.
So the entire exhaust, all the way to the back, there's 75 pie cuts, 100% vibrant titanium. The driving experience is very OEM. That's a hybrid racing shifter with a titanium shift arm, but the boot's back over it. So you pretty much glance and you don't really see much going on. It looks very original. But when you zoom in, you see a carbon backplate and an AIM digital dash mount. So when he powers on, that is contemporary. Everything else is effectively visually stock.
I love it. And then finishing off the car, of course, with the spoiler.
It's Mugen, matches everything.
This FK8, I could spend all day talking about it. Here, the Koenig wheel display, of course, it has Koenig wheels on it. What's cool though, it also has a K-tuned new caliper. I've never even seen this thing before. It's totally sick. This is a straight up race car, ready for the track. Tons of aero, tons and tons of aero. Venturi intake, JRZ suspension. I mean, this has got every Hasport mounts. It's got, well, Jay's Racing, if it's made, it looks like it has it. This thing is just loaded and loaded and loaded. Of course, running Honda, because why not? Inside's amazing. Look at this. Actually, it's strange. It kept a lot more than I thought it would keep of the dashboard. QD shifter, a big fat juicy wang. I mean, look at this. I can't wait. Let me see. Okay, I ain't touch it, but I mean, barely. This is my whole span stretched as much as I can. So this is one big wang. It is sick. Nice, loving the exhaust, loving the aero back here. It's straight up race car. So there are a lot of really cool people here. Obviously, it's the automotive industry, but one of the coolest people, in my opinion, Mr. Dennis Kako. How are you, brother?
Nice to see you again.
Always good to see you, man. I came in earlier and watched your signing. When I say he did a signing, there was a line. There was a line all the way around the booth and almost out the door. It was sick. So you were doing like autographs. You gave away some of your big, massive banners, which, by the way, looked awesome.
Thank you.
Well done, dude. I'm so proud and happy for everything that's happened to you.
Yeah,
it's so
crazy.
epic.
We met like what, 4 years ago?
We did at SEMA.
At the Honda booth, and since then, we've been best buddies since. So, anyways,
so what's up, man?
All right.
Yeah.
So, it's Aaron's fault from Spoon. I'm saying it out loud. Can I say it out loud? Yes. Aaron's fault from Spoon. When we were having a meeting, he sent you a text, right?
Yeah, he did. I'm not supposed to talk about, but he did.
Okay. He sent you a text about the autocannon apparel.
Yes, the unreleased autocannon apparel. Yeah, the hats. Yeah. This stuff.
This is one of two right now, right?
I've talked a lot about that stuff because it's going to be sick.
I want to say we appreciate you sharing
of course.
It on your page.
My pleasure.
Because, so once you did that, a ton of people came over wanting some of this stuff, right? So your marketing worked, right? So that's great. No, I really appreciate it. Obviously, Honda fans love you.
Thank you.
So, Aaron kind of said, you know what? When Jason's over at SEMA, you should probably hook him up with something, and he sent you the picture.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
This is the first time I'm doing it. I'd never do this. It's Aaron's fault, but okay. I do it for you.
I have no idea. Like,
you are getting
no. Seriously?
A one of one.
This isn't. This is pre-order only. These aren't even available.
These aren't even available, and this is a sample, one of one, not going to be made like this ever. Officially licensed Honda Type R.
I wish you guys could feel this.
And then, yes, the fabric is insane. So it's got the Type R camo on the inside. This is a prototype. It's got all of the. It's got.
I love all the chassis. Oh, bro.
And all of this. So even for the first time in over 15 years, an autocannon logo. This is a one of one. So the production versions that we're sending to everybody is not going to be like this. Jason's the only one that's got this one.
I'm putting this
like
on
this.
right now. I ain't messing around, bro.
So Aaron from Spoon said, if you give it to him, he's going to wear it the whole week. So yes, it's official from autocannon. And look at this guy right here. And it fit. And it fit. There you go.
Get my mic out of here.
Oh, is your mic in there?
It was.
There you go. You're good.
It fits.
And there you go.
Wow.
And it even fits.
Dude,
it fits.
Dude.
So, yeah, one of one. So all the ones, unfortunately, every one that you're going to get, it's not exactly like this one. He's the only one that's got this one.
But the other ones that they're waiting for that they will get.
Just as awesome.
They're going to be
just as awesome. Okay, so yeah, so that's it, man.
Thank you very much.
The only one, the first one. So there you go.
Cool.
From one Honda guy to another.
You rock, bro.
Thank you so much for supporting us.
Always, brother. Always. Thank you. Cool.
Aaron's fault from Spoon Sports USA. Go tuning. It's his fault over there.
Look who came out from Japan for the very first time. Jay's Racing is here. This is sick. So epic. Check this out. They brought an FK8 loaded with their equipment. Come on. So this is the red FK8 Honda Civic Type R they brought out. They got the Jay's wing on it. They got the Jay's wheels on it. And these wheels are like 22 pounds. These things, look at this. This is it. Like, this is their wheel. This thing is sick. It is and it's forged and made in Japan. This thing is so cool. I love it. Okay, back to the car. Jay's has got stuff loaded on this vehicle. You got the Jay's hood, coming front. You got the winglets, you got the front, you got the, bro, there is no problem with air intake with this thing on there. Inside, of course, they have the Jay's shifter knob and Jay's steering wheel. Looking good, guys, looking good. Ooh, and the mats, I didn't even see the mats. The Jay's mats. Jay's accessories don't stop here. They actually go under the hood. Stay there, don't go anywhere. Pop this hood open here. So the doors were locked, so they had to give me the key. So now we have the key, now let's look underneath the hood. Yeah, baby. So they have their strut bar, They do use an inventory intake because, well, they sell inventory, that makes sense. They got a whole bunch of their dress-up parts here, their radiator cap there. This is pretty sick, but this is not the only sick car, so let's go see what else the show's got. Now let's go old school. This Civic is crazy. Everyone's been walking by, everyone's loving the wheels. These 3-spoke wheels are so different and so cool. Absolutely love it. The inside, steering wheel, the shifter, very period correct. Just small touches, otherwise it looks like it's all pretty stock inside, gorgeous. Big, beautiful wing back here. Tons of accessories, so everything is period correct, everything is Honda. I've never seen this. This is really cool. Some of these light up. I wonder if this is a light up one or not. I really like how that looks. Wiper delete. Got the Japanese license plate, HCAS exhaust. I mean, he's really set this car up absolutely perfectly. It's a little, come here. These normally say okay from the factory. This is OG. So this sticker is kind of an interesting story. This sticker was actually put on these cars at port to let the people know that this one was okay to ship to the dealership. So that okay sticker was put on to make sure dealerships knew the car was okay to sell now. It never said OG, but it's pretty cool. Let's see what else they got. So the SEMA show is set up in a couple different halls. This is Central Hall, which is probably one of the biggest halls here. And there's tons of vendors and cars and everything like that. And then if you go outside here, there's a hallway where they also have a bunch of cars posted up. And I want to show you this green S2000 that's just completely obnoxious, which I love. The color's obnoxious, the arrow's obnoxious. Look at this thing. The exhaust out of the side, everything is just as crazy as you can get, which is why I absolutely love it. Like, if you're gonna do a car, you gotta do it all the way. And this S2000 is done all the way. This spoiler, that spoiler's bigger than me. It is massive. So in addition to the insides of, oh my God, look at this, look at this, look at this. Jeez. In addition to the inside and the hallway, there's also obviously a big outside area that everyone knows about, and we are gonna see a ton of cars out there as well. When I tell you this next car was almost totaled, yeah. Mewtwo S2K was pretty much totaled, and this guy bought it. You are not gonna believe what this thing looks like. It is covered in carbon. I love the little details, like this little heart ring back here. Just on the other side of this big fat juicy exhaust. And these taillights, look at these taillights. These things are completely sick. And got Mew hanging out right here. And watch this. You guys are gonna flip when you see this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. It went all the way. Look at this air suspension setup. It is completely bonkers. Absolutely love it. And the carbon, like I said, carbon wing, carbon roof, carbon fender flares. These wheels are absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. And wait till you see the inside. Lots of purple, lots of suede, lots of carbon, lots of customizations. It is absolutely beautiful. And I love AP1s, I love S2000s. And this one does everything right as far as I'm concerned. Right color, right mods, right amount of carbon, front whole bumper carbon, carbon. Look at this. It's like totally over the top without being too over the top. It just looks crazy. I absolutely love it, and I'm so happy that it was here because we actually missed it the first time around. So it's here and I can show it to you guys, which is just awesome. This is my friend Tim's car. It has gone through so many different iterations. This one I like the most. It looks completely sick. So whole front end is all carbon. This whole thing is all carbon. It's the paint really, like it's the carbon and it's the build, but look at the paint. It's color shifting throughout the whole engine bay. Absolutely beautiful. Period correct. I love it. I love the way it looks. I love just everything about the car. It's just insane. Little touches, you know what I mean? Come around this way. Wheels, you guys can see from that quick lift what the wheels look like, but here's a better look at them. Very, very sharp. Inside, this thing is just, right-hand drive. I just, everything about this Integra I just think is totally, totally insane. And of course, that wasn't really the airlift. This is really the airlift system. But just lots of work went into this. I featured this car 2 or 3 times already. It never fails to impress me. What is that? Crazy, right? This is probably one of the best SEMAs I have ever been to. I hope you guys enjoy the cars. Which one was your favorite? And did I miss any? Like, was it the Ferrari with the K-Series? Was it the Ridgeline with the Indy car engine? Like, which car you thought was the most insane, crazy SEMA build? Leave your comment below. And as always, guys, this time from beautiful Las Vegas, I'm the Honda Pro. And now you're in the know.